The NBA playoffs has been very exciting, but let's talk about this Trae Young versus the Bucks game. Let's talk about this Bucks versus Hawks, this series, which everybody has been waiting. Hold on, let's just take a quick pause. We all was wrong to start the season off. What we wanted in the West, we wanted Clippers versus Lakers, and what we wanted in the East, we did get what we wanted in the East now, but we just didn't get it in the Eastern Conference Finals. We got the Brooklyn Nets and the Bucks. But the thing about the Brooklyn Nets, the team wasn't healthy. Kyrie Irving went down. James Harden was playing on one leg, but there's no excuse. Giannis held his own, and now we are here, Atlanta versus the Bucks. Nobody would have thought it would have been the Hawks versus Bucks in the Eastern Conference Finals starting the season off. I don't even think the Hawks believe that, to be honest. We saw what happened before the coaching change, 14-20. Okay, and then you get Nate McMillan in there, and then he just changed the whole dynamic of the offense. He changed the whole way he changed the way this team is playing basketball. They're playing basketball together. They're playing basketball as a very, very, very good team, and they surprised a lot of people in New York. Then they surprised people in Philly, winning that round against the number one seed, and then they surprised everybody in game one, ended up winning game two, a blowout. Now we're here in game three, and the expectations I had for Trae Young was just to play amazing, play great, and take this 2-1 lead. You need to win this first one in Atlanta, because I feel like it may be much harder to win game four than to win game three. But hey, they was in this position last series against the 76ers, down 2-1 after losing game three on their home court. Now they're in the same predicament against the Bucks. But we all know the Bucks have a much better team than the Philadelphia 76ers. You have Drew Holiday. You have Giannis, you have Khris Middleton. These guys can put the ball in the hoop, even though granted Giannis doesn't take a lot of jump shots. He doesn't hit the three ball. Everyone is counting down his free throws, and we're going to get to that later on in the show. But this team plays great together when it's time to play. When it's time to deliver, Khris Middleton, he does deliver. But now I was kind of surprised. I just feel like this whole game was in Atlanta's hand until the point where Trae Young stepped on the referee's foot out of bounds, and then he headed to the locker room. After that, he was never the same. He was never the same. This was a guy that went for 14 points. Literally, he went for 14 points in the first quarter, dancing, shimmying on everybody, having a great time. He's looking like a Steph Curry out there. Okay, he's looking like the best point guard in the league. At that point, I'm like, man, can Trae Young really be stopped? He really has a chance to take out the two-time MVP. He really has a chance to doing it. But anyway, lo and behold, he ends up stepping on the ref's foot. John Collins is in foul trouble, all that. So you bring Lou Williams in. He holds everything together. He was playing great. But then Middleton happened. Middleton happened in the fourth quarter. Middleton was just simply amazing. And the crazy thing about Middleton doesn't show up every night. But when you need him the most, he shows up for some reason. I don't know how. I don't know why. But when you need Middleton to show up, the man shows up. He will go 6 for 40. 6 for 40. But when it's time to hit a shot, he'll take that shot and hit it. Granted, he tried to do that in game two. It did not succeed. It did not work out. But this Bucks team has everything they need to win a championship. P.J. Tucker, who is playing at a high level on the defensive end, crashing the boards. The same thing we saw in Houston that almost helped James Harden get past a Kevin Durant team in Golden State. This is the same P.J. Tucker that's playing with the Bucks right now. And oh my goodness, it's just like Khris Middleton, you was amazing. He was amazing. He hitting shot after shot. And this is not a lot of free throws. It's not going to the rack a lot. These are jumpers. Like, this is reminding me of Tracy McGrady almost. He's just pulling up in people's face. I mean, step backs, fadeaways, pull up, the midi. He's doing it all. He's getting anything he wants. 20 points in the fourth quarter. This man literally outscored the Atlanta Hawks. Okay? Atlanta, y'all got to do better. Y'all have to do better on the defensive end. You really, really, really have to do better on the defensive end. Khris Middleton scored 20 to the Hawks 17. And my thing was with Trae Young. Now, this is a very slippery slope when it comes to being injured. Okay, do I play injured? Do I play injured and hurt my team as a liability, just stand in the corner, because that's what Trae Young did. Trae Young literally stand in the corner the whole fourth quarter. He didn't want the ball. He really couldn't push off that hurt ankle like he wanted to. So he said, hey, you know what? Let me just sit back. Let me see what this team's going to do. Let me wait for Kevin Hunter to create. And it did not turn out well. It didn't turn out well at all. So that was my thing. So at this point, do you keep Lou Williams in and say, hey, Trae Young, hold off? But no, you can't hold off your best player if he comes off a minor ankle tweak and he wants to come back in the game. They say, nah, Trae, we can't go with you right now. We're gonna stick with Lou. I mean, you can do that, but you don't want to do that after a guy's having a great night, a great game. Maybe he continues, but he didn't even want the ball in the fourth quarter at all. He didn't want the ball. He just stood in the corner and said, hey, you know what? Y'all make something happen. Because right now, I can't give you much. I cannot give you much at this point. And that's something that was not good at all. That was not good at all. But you have to tip your hats off to the Bucks. They played amazing. You have to tip your hats off to Giannis. A lot of people are talking about Giannis like he was just trash a couple of games ago against the Bucks. This dude is trash. He has no bag. He's nothing. Let me tell you what, Giannis is putting up amazing stats, okay? It's only like 3 players who are putting up 30 and 10 plus times in a playoff series. Hakeem, Kareem, Giannis, and Shaq. Giannis is in great company. Giannis is doing what Giannis is going to do. The thing is, can Middleton continue to perform the way he performed tonight? No, we don't need Middleton to go out and score 38 every night or 30 every night, but we need Middleton. The Bucks need Middleton to make timely shots when needed. And can he do that? Yes, he can do that. He's proven it right now in the playoffs. He proved it last series in game 6. So I trust Middleton. I believe he can do something amazing, but this series comes down right now to Trae Young's ankle. Is Trae Young healthy enough to go 100% to get that bounce off the high pick and roll, off the side pick and roll, and actually attack the defense and make something happen? Does he still have that right now after he hurt his ankle? That's what I'm waiting to see. That's what I'm waiting to see, because this series can turn out to be a 7-game series if Trae Young is healthy. Because Atlanta defends at a high level, even though they don't have one defender who just, okay, we're going to send this guy to take out Giannis. We're going to send this guy to take out Middleton, or we're going to send this guy to take out Drew Holiday. No, this team plays great as a unit on defense, and it's a beautiful thing to watch. But, hey, when you're going up against a 2-time MVP and Khris Middleton hitting fall-away jumpers and step backs in everybody's face, it's hard to win that game. It's extremely hard to win that game. But, hey, hats off to the Bucks. I want to see what they are going to do. And everybody who's been doubting Giannis and saying Giannis is a bust, he's not good enough, he needs a jump shot, he needs this, he needs that. When things get tight, Giannis can make things happen. And he's showing us that right now in the NBA playoffs, right now in the Eastern Conference Finals. So can we please stop the Giannis slander? Stop the Giannis slander, okay? Stop it. Even though I still don't have him in my top 5, but please just stop it. Just stop the Giannis slander. It has to stop. So shout out to Middleton. Shout out to Khris Middleton, man. My goodness.